Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Let's just take it down a notch and chill out today, shall we? Welcome to a new episode of the FIFA 21 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. It's Friday, it's nearly the end of the week. For some of you, you actually might not be too impressed by that simply because you're on half term and you don't want this week to end. But for those of you that are out there working and stuff, you've nearly made it to the promised land, the weekend. And of course that means one thing, the weekend league, right? But anyway, getting on into today's episode, do me the huge favour, and it only takes a tiny bit of effort from you. Smash the thumbs up button, 5,000 likes, get it done. That's the last I'll say of it. And subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. So on screen right now, you can see the squad that I want to go into the weekend league with, and it is a concept squad simply because there is one player that I do not own, and it is this left wing El Shaarawy. I need to go ahead and unlock him today. He costs about 220k. After rewards yesterday, he dropped quite considerably from like 260 to like 210, 215, which is pretty good, really good actually. I don't know what type of fodder came down, but it's certainly a lot of it did, so that's great to see. And as you can see, I nearly had the most expensive squad done. I needed to buy an 86 rated De Gea for like just over 20k, and that gets the most expensive squad done. I had a couple of players, really not much, for the other two squads, but I knew if I had enough fodder to nearly get that first squad done, and that's like 130k's worth of an SBC, I was going to still have coins left at the end of this. And I think I end up spending pretty much dead on 100,000 coins. Yeah, I think I was on 147k, and I'm pretty sure it ends up at like 47k. So that's pretty good going, in my opinion, over half price, simply by using some of the fodder that we've got in our club. Which you love to see. That's what we collect the fodder for, right? And we can get this awesome new 5-star skiller into my club. And obviously, once we've got him, there are some reward packs as well. So we can hopefully claw back a little bit of money there. And we can talk about what we're going to go ahead and do for the squad this weekend. Because I'm quite interested, you know. My squad looks so good now that it does actually make me want to play the Weekend League. Weirdly enough, the Weekend League is one of the only game modes where I actually really want to play. And then when you're in it, you kind of want it to be over. It's such a strange feeling, but I'm sure so many of you out there can like agree on it. Like Thursday night comes around and you're just like, oh, I'm itching to play Weekend League. And then Saturday night comes around and you're like, why did I make this decision? So I'm sure a lot of you are in exactly the same boat. So things to note from this squad. We're going to get rid of that 86 Future Stars left back that we got, and also the 86 Cucurella, because I don't think either of them... I mean, we've got a better version of Cucurella, and the left back apparently isn't too much more than regular 86s right now, so I just don't see myself using them. I have Acuna in the club. If not, we can always go and buy him back, right? So I've gone ahead and put him in for the club to help me get and achieve this man. Welcome to Lasty's Road to Glory. Is it Il Faraone? I'm not sure. I might have just said something offensive in Italian. I'm not too sure. Apologies if I have. But yeah, one of the squads was called like this nickname or whatever. It's El Shaarawy, a FUT legend. This is probably the player that I remember most fondly as a silver from back in FIFA 12. And oh my god, was he immense. He was 5-star back then. This time we've got 5-star, 4-star, which is also pretty good. But yeah, he was the most broken silver I think I've ever used. And I do miss times like that where silvers were like genuinely up there. But I guess nowadays, us lot playing the game and the game being like directed into like competitive modes with FUT champs and div rivals and stuff, you just can't get away with using silvers. So yeah, it's an issue that we won't ever really use silvers and stuff ever again. But I guess they've made a little bit of a change on that with the silver stars objectives this year. But I don't know if any of you are like me. I played the first like 5 or 6 of them, and I haven't really done any since. I haven't done it for about 10 weeks or something. I just haven't bothered because it doesn't. I don't see any other use for them apart from coming up against other people who have the exact same silver informs in silver stars. But yeah, anyway. We actually get a couple of 84s from our reward packs from El Shaarawy. I can't remember who the first one was, if I'm honest. Literally, it's already escaped my mind. But we get a Douglas Costa as well, which is actually pretty good. And then a premium gold players pack, the best pack of the bunch. We don't get boards or a walkout. So the two slightly worse packs that I tried to get out of the way before we got to this pack were actually better than this pack, which is brilliant. So yeah, ended up getting some extra fodder. We could have sold all of that if we wanted to. Probably going to need some of it though, because I'm trying to take on UEFA Marquee matchups. There's a Future Stars challenge there. There's also going to be like regular Marquee matchups out by the time you're watching this, and I'll try and do that for tomorrow's episode. But because for the last couple of weeks I've just sent my club into upgrade SBCs, it is so difficult to actually complete these challenges in the best way possible. Sometimes I have to go out on the market and pick something up. If not, like in this squad right here, I'm using the 82 Cucurella because, like, why not, right? I'm never ever going to use him. I might as well just show him into the SBC. And maybe there was an SBC I could have put him better into, but I'm just going to use him now. It just doesn't really matter. So I've already used all of the versions of Cucurella that I can actually put into SBCs, and I've just kept the best one, which is the 87, which was the plan the whole time, right? But yeah, eventually if I don't use that version too much down the line, then I could always put him into an SBC later on, knowing that it only cost me my time, and it wasn't super stressful, it was just boring in squad battles. And I did it casually over a few days, so yeah, it was worth it in my opinion. So from UEFA Marquee matchups, first pack, not so great if I'm honest, you know, just a 81 rated Jordi Masip, which is not really what you want to see, and it was a duplicate as well. Then the next pack, which I think was a Prime Electrum, we end up getting no boards, no walkouts again, unfortunate, because UEFA Marquee matchups is typically not the cheapest SBC to do. You kind of want to get something to really make your money back. And, you know, only one player that wasn't a dupe in that pack is not amazing. Even the Cam to CF and CF to Cam, they don't really sell for a whole bunch, I don't think. They would have last year. They're both 5k cards, I think. But, you know, this year, being rare, there's so much supply of them. It's the non-rare ones that sell for a lot more. And then the final pack, we do, I guess, get a board, which is okay. I see English right back, and I'm just hoping for, like, a Kyle Walker, because I think he's 85, right? And that would have been brilliant. But, yeah, in the end, we get Trippier, which is not so brilliant for the money. But, hey, we'll still take it. And with the fodder as it is right now, he was worth, like, 4.5k, just over. So I ended up listing him up onto the market. So welcome into my team, El Shaarawy. I'm putting him straight in that left mid spot in the 4-4-2, and that is going to be my weekend league squad until I decide that something's not working and I absolutely hate it. This is going to be my weekend league squad. Essentially, I've went out onto the market and I've bought a whole bunch of position modifiers because I needed them to move quite a lot of my players around in the squad. And yeah, that's a bit frustrating. It took a while and a bit of coinage, but you know what? It is what it is. Hopefully I can just try and use the 4-4-2 or something from now on, and I won't have to move my players much in the future. But as you can see, they are all now making their way up to 7 or 10 chem. Mainly 10 chem. It is just going to be Reece James and Rooney that are on 7 this weekend for me. So I'm pretty happy with the squad as it looks. And that's a full special card team as well. Yes, we've got 4 future stars in there. We've got a flashback, an icon, an end of an era, a team of the year, a headliner. What else have we got? A moments, and then a red player pick. So yeah, it's pretty good. I think the squad is looking nice. And then this is how I would use it if I was going to play in that 4-1-2-1-2. Which is going to be like my fail-safe for if this doesn't work. This is my new formation that I'm going to try this weekend. I'm not borrowing anyone's tactics or anything. I'm just kind of going with what I think might work all right. And just the fact that I kind of want to try out a different formation again. We're going to go with the 4-3-2-1. We're going to have Curtis Jones, central centre mid, kind of acting as like the anchor, the DM, with Seedorf and Rooney out wider centre mid, still centre mids though. And then El Shaarawy on the right, Dybala on the left, Ronaldo up front, with Tavernier, Reece James, Ruben Dias, and Diogo Dalot. Now, I'm going to go with, I needed to bring the depth down a little bit. We're going to play on 4 depth, which I think is okay. Width, I upped the width because I realized it was quite a narrow formation. But I soon realized after the first game that I go into here that I needed to bring that right down again. I am a better player on this game when I have a narrow formation, just because I can just quickly tiki-taka pass it around and then run out into the space if I need to. That's just how I make use of the pitch. So Wayne Rooney here, in Rivals, Div 1, about 2100 skill rating, is scored his 3rd free kick in 3 free kicks. I scored twice in one game to finish my weekend league off. And then also, yeah, I've scored in this game as well. And actually, El Shaarawy gets a goal on his debut as well, which I'm buzzing about. And apparently his default celebration is the sip the cup of tea type thing. So, yeah, I kind of just wanted to see what he looked like up close. That's why I didn't skip that replay. And then Ronaldo knocks it through to Dybala. Look at the pace. Look at the little scoot past the defender. And obviously just super calm, composed. Can finish that one no problem at all. So 3-0 up at half-time. I can't remember a game of Rivals where I got absolutely bad. It's been great for the last couple of weeks. Play a couple of games, get a couple of wins with like max points, and that's kind of how it's been going. But early doors in the second half, he does manage to actually get a goal back. But I give the ball away with El Shaarawy, just showboating a little bit too much. And he actually runs through and scores again here. Neymar into Mane. Mane, I think, back to Neymar. And, of course, first-time shot from the Brazilian there. That one's going to fly in, isn't it? But Cucurella's on the pitch. He ends up sort of knocking it into El Shar. We get it into Ronaldo. That's just some sublime dribbling. And we end up getting the goal to go 4-2 up in the 85th minute. Essentially, just confirming that we've won the game. And then Tavernier knocks it into Cucurella, into Bergwijn, into Ronaldo. Score that goal, buddy. And that is going to be it. Last kick of the game. Full match points, full Rivals points, should I say. 5 goals, 5-goal victory equals 950 lovely points, which we will gladly take, right? That will help us out a little bit in terms of, you know, probably even if we're not shooting for like Div 1, Rank 1, it might even help us out in terms of like being able to rage quit a game or 2 in the weekend league if we're really not feeling it. But yeah, I came up against someone there with way lower skill rating than me, which I felt a little bit bad about. And I think it happens in the next game as well. So I don't know what was going on there. Maybe because I was playing during the day during a bank holiday or something. Not bank holiday, half term or something. Who knows? But I realized that I needed to up decrease the width quite considerably because I didn't want Dybala and El Shar to be like wide players. I really want them to just be second strikers, second and third striker up front with Ronaldo. So I've brought that width right down, and hopefully that will help things out a little bit. And we come up against a guy who's obviously done a couple of Icon SBCs, and he's ended up getting Ian Rush, baby, and Deco, baby. So I feel a little bit sorry for him in his luck. That is obviously not great. But has he got Nakata? No. So I'm still the king of bad Icon packs, in my opinion. Anyway, we go 1-0 up because we get a penalty early on. And then literally 9 minutes on the clock, I find myself 2-0 up. And I think Jones knocks it through to Rooney, into Ronaldo. I see El Shar, I scoot past the defender, bang that one into the back of the net. He's obviously got great stats on him, and from what I've used to begin with, I rate him a lot. I thought this guy was going to quit, but he didn't. He actually ended up playing on. And we're 3-0 up at half-time, moving on into the second half. Ronaldo then ends up getting himself another goal, make it 4-0 after 50 minutes. But I think I give away a penalty. Yeah, I do. Look at that. That's Reece James. Got to be careful of that. Is he going to be too aggressive for me? I don't know. It's probably just me, though, isn't it? Making silly challenges. But my opponent hits a little directional Panenka, and it ends up going in the back of the net. In the real world, I think my goalkeeper would easily just make the decision to move over and save that. But, of course, you get the one chance on FIFA to go one way, and then they save it or they don't, right? But I end up getting my 5th goal, which would mean we're probably going to end up with maximum points here. And then Bergwijn, the super sub, ends up getting another goal to make it 6-1. But this opponent plays a lovely ball through to this red Rafinha, and he was super quick, couldn't quite catch him with Ruben Diaz. He ends up scoring a nice finish and doing a full-on length celebration. Maybe he was a bit frustrated after conceding 6 goals, and that's totally fair enough, right? But we do get another game, another maximum points win in Div Rivals. So 1,000 out of 2,000 points got. Like, how did I match someone at 1910 when I'm basically just going to go over 2,100 here? That's such a mismatch. I do feel bad about it because I know I complain about that when it happens against me. So yeah, I mean, I got super fortunate in this episode, 2 games in a row, right? But you never know what the next few games have in store for me. I could probably match up against some 2,300 people and get absolutely smashed. So just to end things off, I unlocked the little rooster tifo, and that made me think, you know what, I'm going to use that because it's just so ridiculous. I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to change the stadium around a little bit. We had like this black, red, and white theme going on, and now I'm changing it to like a Brazil away with like a little bit of the teal, blue, and white and stuff because I'm using the white and blue Brazil kit. Now I'll use that for going forwards for this weekend, like I said in the rewards video yesterday when I packed it. But yeah, 2 goals and an assist from El Shaarawy in Div 1 for his first couple of games. Can't really complain with that. I like the formation. I think it's going to take me a little while to get used to it, and I'm kind of glad that I've got that 4-1-2-1-2 set up quite nicely, that I can go straight back to it if I'm really struggling. I might try and set up a 4-4-2 as well, just putting players in the right positions and stuff, and then go about my games like that if I want to try that as well. But really, kind of just want to try and stick to this 4-3-2-1 and use a 4-1-2-1-2 as a fail-safe for this weekend. So that's going to be the end of the episode. Do me that hugest of favors of smashing the thumbs up button. I want to see 5k likes. Thank you very much, because I know that you're going to not let me down there, and you're going to show the support on the video. And of course, you're going to subscribe to the channel as well. If this is the first video of mine you've seen, you've got a lot of catching up to do. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links are down below, everyone. Take it easy, stay safe, stay healthy. Have a great weekend as well. I look forward to maybe seeing what's coming out on FUT, because I guess Future Stars ends, right? If it does, are we going to get anything? I'm curious. And I'll catch you tomorrow for another episode. Peace.